Jesus says, follow me, and immediately the scene changes. And we go from follow me to Matthew's house. And it's a house scene. And in this home scene, they apparently are sitting around, reclining, laying around, sharing a meal. Now, in those days, and you know this, you're preachers and pastors, most likely Matthew would have had a massive open-air picture window that would have been central in his home. And so the priests, Pharisees, pastors, religious leaders, and community facilitators could walk past his big open-air picture window and see Matthew and his ragtag friends sharing a meal with guess who? The leading candidate for Messiah. And they don't like it. Stirring up the anthill? Oh, yeah. You know why the Pharisees were so upset, right? You know one of the main reasons is because the people Jesus were eating with never attended their church services. Come on, pastors. Wouldn't that kind of frustrate you? You walking around talking about Jesus, hey, those guys don't attend our church. You can't. In fact, I've invited them several times. They said they don't want to come. Why are you? These Pharisees teaching in the synagogues, teaching the Torah, did not like the fact that Jesus was formulating a crew, a community around him that did not attend their synagogues. They didn't like it. Jesus was stirring up the anthill. And so they asked the question, why? Why does the teacher eat with sinners? But before we get there, can we talk about two words that it's the same word that's used twice in verse 10? Do you see it? And I think it's ridiculous. I don't understand it. Do you read the Bible like this? It says, and Jesus was in the house and he was reclining. Do you read this and go, cool? I'm not really particularly interested in the posture of Jesus, but thank you, Matthew, detailed tax collector. You would like to tell me that Jesus was not standing. He was not sitting. He was chilling. I'm like, anyways, Matthew, thank you for that. That's colorful. And then in the same verse, Matthew wants us to know not just the posture of Jesus, but also the posture of Matthew's friends sitting around the table. And they too were reclining. What in the world is Matthew's obsession with people's postures? Jesus is reclining. The people are reclining. Gee whiz, thanks, Matt. We get it. They're literally sitting around on what probably was, it would have been a lot lower than this, low to the ground, a bunch of cushy pillows. Most pillows are cushy. And they would have been colorful, and they literally would have been reclining. Now, I would properly recline, but my abs are not there right now. But they were reclining. That's interesting. Come on, you're preachers, you know this. That any Pharisee, any presenter of the Torah, when presenting or teaching, they would never, ever take anything less than a posture of authority. Do you know that Pharisees did not sit and teach the Torah ever? They would stand in a stance and posture of authority. And here comes a man who claims to be the teacher. And this teacher, he assumes a different posture. Instead of a posture of authority and authoritative, he takes a posture of approachability, a posture of acceptability, a posture of relationship. I'm not sure how bold I can be tonight. I'm going to be 38 really soon, so that's almost 40. So I think there's like some implicit language within like 40 where you can start being a little more honest. I don't know. One pastor, it's too late, I'd already written a book. He's like, hey, let me give you one word of advice. Don't write a book till you're 40. And I was like, too late. And it was bad. But I wonder if we've assumed a posture in our leadership that Jesus didn't assume. I wonder if we're so busy trying to establish our authority and our voice that we've taken a posture that's not the posture of Jesus. Can I